Have you ever noticed how store-bought cheeses look too perfect? It's like it was made in a factory. Well, it was. Hi, my name is Bruno, so today we're making the cheese ourselves. Simpler, fresh, better than store-bought, and zero mystery chemicals. Unless you count the one that actually makes cheese work. And because I have zero self-control, I'm making 3 versions. Trust me, after this, you're never buying fresh cheese again. Oh, and since I'll have some leftover whey, I'm gonna make a delicious bread that will help us devour all this cheese. Oh, fresh bread and cheese, the sacrifices I have to make in my life. Let's do it. Now, most people think making cheese is complicated. Like you need a farm, a cow named Bessie, and some mystical cheese-making wisdom passed down through generations. But no, we're doing this with a pot, some goat's milk, and a couple of sneaky tricks to make sure this turns into something actually worth eating. I'm using goat's milk because it's what's commonly used for fresh cheese in Portugal. Now here's where we yak our way past a big problem. Most store-bought milk is pasteurized, meaning they're heated up so it lasts longer. But that also messes up its ability to make cheese properly. That's where calcium chloride comes in. It fixes that problem by restoring the calcium balance, so our milk actually forms a good curd. No calcium chloride, no curds. No curds, no cheese. And that would be really sad. You will only need a tiny bit, like a quarter teaspoon per liter. Now, before we add the calcium and the Rene, we need to heat the milk up to 35 degrees. Warm, but not hot. If it's too cold, the Rene won't work. If it's too hot, you'll accidentally kill it. And nobody wants that cheese before it even starts. Once we're at the right temperature, in goes the calcium. Stir gently for 30 seconds. Don't go whisking like a maniac, or you'll break the curds before they even form. And add the Rene. Stir gently again until it's all well mixed. And now, we wait. Give it a couple of hours to do its thing. And when we come back, this milk won't be milk anymore. It'll be cheese in progress. Alright, moment of truth. Did our milk turn into cheese? Oh yeah, this is what we're looking for. Nice firm curd. It should feel a bit like silky tofu. Soft, but set. If it still looks like milk, well, either your Rene took the day off, or you missed a step. Go back, try again. I believe in you. Now we cut the curds. This helps separate the whey, the watery part, from the actual cheese. And no, whey is not trash. We'll talk about that later. Slice straight down, then go across. Think tic-tac-toe, but with cheese. This part, patience. The curds need to chill and firm up before we touch them. Rush this step and you'll end up with a sad broken mess. Just like me, I had no patience. But don't worry, the result will be the same, just a little messier. Now we gently lift this out and drain them. No squeezing, no mashing, just let gravity do the work. Set them all in a cheesecloth with a strainer to let all that liquid gold out. And this is where you start realizing we actually made cheese. And if that isn't cool to you, I don't know what is. As it sits, it'll naturally drain out the excess whey. We're gonna let it do its thing for about 60 minutes to 2 hours. The longer it drains, the firmer the cheese. But if you like it extra soft, 30 minutes is enough to keep it super creamy. And before anyone asks, yes, you can use this whey for baking, smoothies, or feeding your sourdough starter if you're that kind of person. And while our cheese drains, what about the perfect thing to eat it with? Bread. And not just any bread, we're making a super simple no-knead loaf, but with a twist. Instead of water, we're using the whey leftover from our cheese making. You will add extra flavor, a subtle tang that will make the bread even better. And most importantly, we're not wasting a thing. I'll dissolve the yeast in the whey, I'll add the flour and the salt, and mix everything until all the flour is wet. This is the messy part. Just keep stirring until everything is combined and it looks like, well, a sticky mess. Now we're gonna cover and let it rest for 60 minutes. This will give the flour time to absorb the whey, making everything smoother before we even touch it again. And instead of kneading, we're gonna do some stretch and folds. Basically, every 30 minutes, we'll give the dough a little workout, pulling it up and folding it over itself. This helps build structure without needing to punch or knead the dough for 10 minutes like a lunatic. You're gonna do this 3 to 4 times over the next 90 minutes. Then we cover and let it rest at room temp for about 6 to 8 hours to gain some flavor. This is where the magic happens. The yeast throws a little party, developing flavor, structure, and making your bread airy and light. And after that time, our dough is bubbly, stretchy, and alive. Drop the dough into a flour top and add some flour on the top. And gently shape it into a loaf. We preheat a Dutch oven for 30 minutes. And how did that get in there? It's freaky. And when hot, gently place our dough inside, straight into the pot, But be careful, it's super hot. Quick snap to the top and it's ready to go. And I will bake for 30 minutes with the lid on, then 10 to 15 minutes with the lid off to get that deep golden crust. And bake your bread at the maximum temperature your oven can go. Mine is 230 Celsius. And after you take the lid off, you can control if you want a lighter or darker crust. That will be up to your preference. And that's it. We've turned leftover whey into an amazing crusty no-knead bread that's soft inside and crackly on the outside. Now we absolutely have to let it cool before slicing. I know, waiting is torture, but cutting too early ruins the crumb. So we let it sit for at least an hour. And there it is, the perfect pairing for homemade cheese. Rustic, delicious, and zero waste. Moving back to our cheese, we've got some curds now, but they're still missing something, and that something is flavor. Because right now this tastes like, well, nothing really, just soft dairy flavored air. We're gently packing our curds into the molds, not pressing too hard, just enough so it holds together. Now some people use weights to press fresh cheese, but I like to let gravity do its thing. No fancy equipment, just time, patience, and the sheer willpower not to eat this immediately. For the first one, we're keeping this simple. Just some salt as I add the curds in to wake up without overpowering it. Too much and it'll taste like a block of seawater. Too little and it'll taste like regret. And salt isn't just for taste, it's essential for cheese. It pulls out extra moisture, helps with texture, and makes it edible. On the second one, adding a little dried oregano will bring out this herby, earthy flavor. Basically the Mediterranean in cheese form. You can mix it in or just sprinkle on the top for that extra fancy, I know what I'm doing look. And one that I always wanted to try, cheese and chili jam. I have a feeling this will be a winner. You can mix it in lightly or serve it on the top. And that's it. 3 flavors, 3 personalities, and one very simple way to never buy cheese. Place it in the fridge for a couple of hours to set and you'll have your amazing cheeses ready. This will last you up to 3 days in the fridge, but my advice for top quality is to eat them in 48 hours after done. And when they're nice and set, boom, look at that, a perfect little round of fresh cheese. No mystery ingredients, no weird stabilizers, just milk, salt and science. 3 cheeses, all made from scratch, all looking like something that appears to have been much more work than it actually was. There it is, homemade cheese like a pro. Alright, let's see if making our own cheese was actually worth it, or if I should just have gone to the store like a normal person. Oh yeah, creamy, fresh, just a little tangy. This is what store-bought fresh cheese wants to be. Okay, let's try the oregano one. This should have a bit more earthiness. The herbs take it somewhere completely different, but the olive oil is essential in all of them. Delicious. And now the wild card. Sweet, spicy, creamy. This one is insane. This is the one. I don't know what kind of magic is happening here, but it's working. The heat, the sweetness, the richness. This one is ridiculous. If you ever thought making cheese at home was complicated, now you know it's not. Not having to buy cheese from the store is a blessing in disguise. And in this video here, I will show you a bread that is so versatile that you will make it every week for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye.